Is it a rowie?
Or a buttery?
And quite concerningly, how do I take it?
Well, it's neither. It's a roll. I'm from a fishing village called White Hills up in the northeast coast, and it would be almost sedition to suggest it was a buttery, although one or two did. It certainly wasn't a rowie. That is the preserve of the good old Aberdonian, I believe.
I'm probably not an expert in this field, as I've only eaten 3 of these in my life.
So for me, it is buttery over rowie. I think that's being a shire person.
Well, I'm without doubt a rowie man.
So my fiancée is from Peterhead, so I've been brainwashed into calling it a cookie.
And how I take it, quite simple, just butter, warm with butter.
Being a Dundonian, it's got to be a buttery with banana for me. That's the healthy side of having a buttery.
No idea why it's called a cookie, but toasted with jam.
It will always be a roll to me. And I took it, I have to say, with butter in my younger day. I'm not sure I could manage that feat now.
I think they're like 90% butter, so I don't really see the need to add anything much more. I'll get Adam up on FaceTime and I'll see what he says.
I call it a rowie, and I just take it as it comes.
It's a rowie. Don't talk to me about butteries. I don't want to hear it.
Quite horrifyingly, probably to people interested in health, I take it with a thick layer of butter. And if I have the choice, it's probably an old-fashioned Aiken's rowie with the fat exuding through the paper in your bag.
A rowie should always have been eaten from an Aitken's paper bag with the rowie grease coming through it.
When I'm alone and don't have serious senior figures with me, I might well also be tempted to put raspberry jam, maybe some orange marmalade.
I would say it's definitely a rowie.
I'd have to be honest and say I'm not particularly partial to either, but living out in the Shire, as I do, probably a buttery. It would probably have to be warm, and strawberry jam and cream would be fine.
I like rowies warm. And I actually had some really good rowies recently at Six by Nico, where they served them warm with whipped butter. Not exactly a traditional way to serve a rowie, but certainly a good one.
I've tried the rowie and I've tried the buttery, which I think they're both of the same. And it just feels a bit like a Scotch croissant to me. And I just haven't really got to them. So and I don't do pastries in the morning anyway, because I'm trying to stay off the carbs. But I think if I was to have one of them, it would be, I've had it with soup at a dinner and I quite enjoyed that. So it's not a breakfast thing for me. I would be having it with a bit of Scotch broth.
I like mine slightly warm, some butter, jam, and a little bit of cheddar cheese, because it's a combination of the salty and sweet. It's delicious.
Or controversially, a slice of processed cheese on my buttery.
I was from Montrose, and I remember eating butteries in my youth. In fact, I've had far too many of them. But I guess over the last 30 years, I've been very much based in Aberdeen, working in and out of Aberdeen for 30 years. And it's definitely a rowie, and it's definitely a rowie with butter on it. And next door to where the port offices are is Truffalo's, which undoubtedly are the best rowies in Aberdeen. And the second part to it is that if you look into the history books, actually rowie came from the Aberdeen fishermen that used to leave the port to go out, and they wanted to sustain the bread for long periods. So that's where rowie came from.
In our house, it's a buttery. And if I'm having one, then I will have it toasted. So it's slightly warm, but not crispy. And that's a delicate balance with a very thin spread of marmalade.
For me, it's both. And I certainly wouldn't say no to either. How would I take it? Yeah, definitely got a sweet tooth. So some sort of jam. But if I'm having it in the morning, let's make it marmalade.